Greetings comrades, Soviet Gaming here with the Soviet Idol YouTube channel. Today we will be talking about mirror builds in Tab Wizard 2. So guys, in this video we'll talk about Era 2 builds. The layout here is a little bit different from what we used to in Era 1, and keep in mind that when you finish Era 1 you will have to reset your build, but that will give you some bonuses. There we go, you will get the Great Prism when you will do one awakening at the Era 2, and you will reset your mirror in order to get those crazy bonuses, and then you will have to build it up with the new layout over here. So let's talk about this layout a little bit and figure out what are the good options to use here. But before we start, please subscribe to the channel and like the video in advance, because you know that this will be a good content, guys. The idea of the build I'm using right now is that you can reach all of those minor bonus points, like you can get most of the minor skills in one major skill, let's call it like that. So if you do everything right, you will get access to all of those skills available for you, and that will make you stronger. If you want that, if you want those skills, not the fastest growth, you can go for this build. So what do? First of all, you go sideways to any of the builds that you like. I went for this one on the left, the Mortician, but now I would recommend going south first. So you will get this Wind Up. It's a good skill, it will help you to do more damage to the later stages when the enemies are strong. And you can go through any of those. I think enchanting discount will be better than the research rate, so you will go to this one, you go south, and from here you go to this milestone, to this checkpoint, and here you can go either, like, we'll talk about specifics, right? Either go for elemental assumption, that means that every spell will have a 25% chance of triggering ability that will rely on the status effect. Or, most likely, I think the better option would be going for Elemental Chaos here. Because that means that the spell that would apply an elemental status effect have 50% chance to apply a random elemental status effect instead. The idea, when I took this one, you know, when you start the game you can get the random perks, and when I got this one, all the enemies around me had all the elemental effects on them. That made them so much weaker, they do less damage, they do it slower, they take more damage, they are slower. So overall I think this one is better, and you need only one elemental effect on your spell, so it will be either the frost beams or the fire beams basically, that will do status effects on the enemies, and that will be enough for you, and the rest of the spells can use that to their own advantage. So yeah, right now I wouldn't go here, I would go on the left, and then you can go to the bottom. Over here we have this one, the totem trigger or the preparation. I think preparation is better, because that will give you 2 additional perks, and if you're lucky you can reroll a few times. If you're lucky you can get a really good start over here. From here, when you're done with either of those, I think your top priority will be going here to Elemental Chaos. Let's see what other options we have first. We have Elemental Decay. It will give higher increased damage per second from the elemental effect. I don't think it's worth it in my opinion. And you have this Elemental Inversion. It's an interesting thing, but you can live without it as well. But from all of those major faraway nodes, I think this one is the best. Elemental Chaos seems to be really good. So yeah, now you will take Preparation, and from here, from this spot, you can go sideways either to the left or to the right. If you took this one, I would advise going to the left, because that will allow you to get this Status Frenzy, 25% more damage for 2 seconds when an enemy dies while having 2 or more status effects, which will be the case if you will have this Elemental Chaos. I took the Acrobatics just in order to get the achievement for the dodge, so I got this one, and I got Acrobatics again from the trade, so that was double, and I got the dodge rune, and altogether I got the achievement. But other than that, I don't think it's that useful, so I would go for Status Frenzy instead. Then from here you can go into the middle and get Mortician. That will add some of your spell's ability to trigger special effects on the enemy kill without actually killing them. That will be really useful for the weaker spells. And from here, let's see, yeah, you can go up. That will give you nothing really cool over there, to be honest. Or you can go right. I think you have to go right, and over here you would like to get Primordial Boost, 20% more special effect strength of elemental status effect. So that will give you extra damage, slower movement, slower skill speed, or lower damage for all the enemies, because you will have elemental chaos. So that is really strong in conjunction with this one. Moreover, you can get the flyweight over here, so basically you'll be moving faster and have higher dodge chance. It's a good one as well. And getting overachiever here, I don't think it's worth it to be honest, like, because it will do fund as well, and funding isn't really a way to go because that spends a lot of your gold. So I don't like this, so we'll go for this one. From here, you go up here and you take this one. Faster enchantment, pretty good. And on the top, for your extra points, so you have 40, you will stop here. You won't be able to get those two. If you buy those, you can get, well, this one is bad because it won't be working because of the elemental chaos. So you will get fleet-footed. That means that your character will be running a bit faster, but I think it's not that important as well. So this is option 1 for this build, and this is my favorite option so far. I will do the reset right now and show you different opportunities, but I will go with this one and I will take Elemental Chaos instead, but I will do exactly the same build. Status Frenzy here, Elemental Chaos here. Yeah, kinda. The rest of those will stay the same because they are good. Another option you might want to go for is taking additional perks for working with the spells that are not supposed to. So let me actually build it here so you can see it. So there it is, that's the basics of this build. Basically you go left, you go to the Status Frenzy, you get Elemental Chaos. You also get Elemental Assumption here. So that means that they kind of work together but not really good. But you know, it's interesting build. And then from here you will go to Elemental Inversion. You can go through this top area by getting the damage. That will take more points from you though. So I would probably advise going through the middle, but it's up to you. Moreover, keep in mind that outer nodes will have higher value than the inner nodes. So if you take this damage, it will be 6% damage. This one is 7% damage, so you will get more damage on the outer nodes. But yeah, for the sake of saving up, the mirrors will go through the middle, because why the hell not? There we go, and we have 3 more for us, or 5 more for cool guys. And with that, with 3, I would take the wind up here. That will increase your damage quite a lot, or you can gain extra bonuses on the outside, like this cast speed is pretty good, so you can go for those two. It will be up to you what to go for. What else do we have here? Trove Spawn Chest is pretty good as well. That will allow you to farm more relics. Offline gain, I don't think that's really good unless you really do a lot of offline. Another good thing here is this movement speed. You can kind of go for the movement speed nodes everywhere to get the movement speed achievement, so that's one of the options. But for us, for our sake, we'll go here because that seems like the best bet for this build right now. And 2 extras will go for cast speed here, for example. It's not as efficient, but with this one you can adjust builds quite a lot. You can use this Elemental Inversion, you can use this Elemental Assumption and this Elemental Chaos all together. That will allow you to totally change the builds around and adjust the spells as you want to. That will give you more opportunities to build up the right builds and team spell combinations, guys. So yeah, guys, don't forget that you can actually adjust it, so you know the mechanics, that you can go through the middle to get more perks. You can go through the outside ring to get extra stats. You can go to the outside things to get extra cool things like cast speed and all that. So yeah, you got the basic. That's how it's most efficient, but you can tailor those builds to your need. Like if, for example, if you don't need this overcharge and you don't really need the fleet-footed, you can save up, not going up here, and use those points somewhere else. For example, get Elemental Assumption at the same time as you get an Elemental Chaos. One of the options, why not? Or get an Elemental Inversion, for example, that might be useful. Or get an extra stats. So there are always opportunities for you, and you have to decide which of those would be better for you. So yeah, guys, I hope that information was useful for you. I really do. If you like the video, don't forget to, well, actually like it, give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We need to get 1000 subs as soon as possible, and only you can help me with that. You can also hit the bell button so you won't miss any new videos on the idle and incremental games. And write what do you think about this build, those builds in the comments. And if you have your own ideas, please let them there as well, because other people might read it and use it for their own good. Also, you might want to check out the pinned comment and the video description for additional links. We have more guides for the Tap Wizard 2, we have more reviews of idle and incremental games, we have the website with articles and all that, so you will find something useful there for sure. Thank you very much for watching, guys. That's about it for now. Soviet out. До свидания.